This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Self-confidence is one's status of being assured and having a strong belief in himself and his abilities. A self-confident person does not struggle too much to make decisions. This essay paper focuses on the three main steps of developing self-confidence. They include initial preparation, setting out for the process, and accelerating toward success. The final success is determined by both self-efficacy and esteem. The first step is preparing for the journey. This journey to self-confidence may be long or short, depending on the person in question. It's good for a person to identify first where he is and his destination. The person should focus on what he has already achieved, at least 10 of his best achievements. These should be written somewhere for reference. While still preparing for the journey, thinking about your strengths is good. This part should include weaknesses, opportunities, and threats but emphasize strengths. The other important aspect is managing one's mind by defeating inner talks that can deter confidence. The final part of preparing for the journey is committing yourself to succeed. The second step is setting out to begin the journey. The right way should be towards the set goals. At this stage, one should gather all the knowledge he or she requires so as to succeed. This involves looking for and acquiring the required skills to be fully equipped. Let the basics be the starting point of the whole process. Thus, one should not emphasize perfection but do simple things successfully. The main objective here would be to set small goals, achieve them successfully, and rejoice in the achievements. There is no need to set big, challenging goals at this point. While still setting up for the journey, one should keep his or her mind on the positive side. This can be achieved by rejoicing at success. On the other hand, one's mind should also have some techniques for handling failure. Mistakes are inevitable, especially when one is trying something for the first time. The third and final step is accelerating toward success. At this stage, one starts developing some self-confidence. Several achieved small goals in Step 2 will be celebrated in this stage. One feels there is room for making bigger goals with more demanding challenges. Here, the person feels more committed than before. At this point, some people tend to be overconfident due to overstretching themselves. This should not be the case, as one should stay grounded. It's advisable now for one to evaluate himself or herself to see how far the development is. While doing self-evaluation, one finds it simple to identify some unique strategies for developing self-confidence. Stretching bit by bit without overdoing it will lead to a top level of self-confidence. Conclusion. In conclusion, each step of the three main steps is connected to the other. The first step of preparing for the journey is setting the base for the next step. The crucial aspects set in Step 2 are the ones being celebrated in Step 3, making the process a success. This essay on how to develop self-confidence was written and submitted by a student just like you. The Ivy Panda Samples database hosts thousands of works similar to this one, on various subjects. Visit ivypanda.com to find what you are looking for, free of charge.